Today we are in the southern east part of Friuli, which essentially is on the coast around the Gulf of Trieste. Today we will start from the city of Palmanova, where I am right now, and we will go down to Trieste.
Spoiler alert! In this video I will not get to Trieste, but I will decide to stop earlier on in the small town of Duino. Let me explain that later. We are here on the northeastern corner of Italy.
But let's get started, and on the bike I will start telling about this city, Palmanova. We are now on the walls of Palmanova. Palmanova is a city fortress. The city was built as a fortress by the Venetian in 1593 to protect the border with the Habsburg Empire. And in 2017 it has been added as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city is essentially a fortress, or was a fortress, and has a unique shape which you can really see from the sky. I'm heading south towards the Adriatic Sea and the town of Grado, but with a couple of stops along the way on a medieval town and on some really interesting Roman ruins.
Strassoldo is a small medieval town, comprises of two little castles, and in 1918 this was Austria.
After the fall of the Roman Empire, all the barbarians that were coming from the east, the Slavic tribes, the Longobards, they were coming here from the east and they were passing through this land going to, as they wanted to go to Italy, to Rome, in example. And obviously they created a lot of instability in this region. That's why the population here started to build a lot of castles to protect themselves, as well as to flee on the coast, in the lagoons, founding cities like Venice or Grado, which we will see later on. Let's move on. Next destination, it's Aquileia. The yellow sign was to remember to fight for the truth about what happened to Giulia, an Italian student which was tortured brutally in Egypt. And the reason why I found it is because he was born in a town actually here nearby. I think it was called Fiumicello.
Giulia was a PhD student at the University of Cambridge, and he was in Cairo, Egypt, to make research on the local trade unions. He was kidnapped in Cairo in 2016, tortured and killed by the Egyptian Secret Service. Since then, the family, together with Amnesty International, is fighting to obtain truth and justice.
During the Roman times, Aquileia probably was the most important city in the North Italy alongside Milan. Its importance didn't decline during the medieval time. This was the capital of the Patriarchate of Aquileia, which was kind of the region of Friuli. It was the capital of the region, and only started to lose importance when it was conquered by Venice and was part of the Venice territories. Today, Aquileia is a town of 3,000 people, but has an amazing basilica.
The cemetery of the heroes of Aquileia contains the bodies of Italian soldiers that fought here during World War I. It was the local priest that started to provide proper burial to those soldiers. And finally, I'm getting near the coast and entering the lagoon of Grado.
We're in Grado, which is a city on the Adriatic Sea. It's one of the major touristic attractions in the summertime here in Friuli Venezia Giulia, alongside another city on the same lagoon, not far from here, which is called Lignano. Grado has a deep history that dates back to the medieval times. Behind me you can see the Basilica of Santa Eufemia, which was built very similar to the Basilica of Aquileia, which we just saw. Because it was built exactly by people which were fleeing Aquileia after the barbaric invasion.
The natural reserve of the end of the Izons River is a protected natural area. I'm entering in what is locally known as the busy Aquileia, a territory that is different from Friuli because it was a Venetian enclave in a territory that was part of the Austrian Empire. The Venetians started relocating people here from Veneto, and for this reason, the local language that is spoken here is different from the village nearby.
I just got to the islands of Kona, which is a natural reserve at the end of Izons River. It's a natural reserve, amazing for bird watching apparently.
I keep riding and I'm going through the city of Monfalcone, a relatively large industrial city with important factories and naval shipyards. Some of the largest cruise ships in the world are built here.
Just ride to the tunnel of Duino. Along the Rilke Walk, which is an amazing path that connects the town of Duino to the town of Sistiana across the cliffs, from where you can watch amazing views to the Gulf of Trieste. The one behind me is the castle of Duino. I'm arrived in the town of Duino, a village right on the sea. Trieste is actually in that direction, roughly 15-20 kilometers. But I'm thinking that I will call it off here because traffic is getting heavier and the road doesn't have a cycle path, which means it's getting not enjoyable anymore. And I will be thinking of getting to Trieste to a different road, going up to a little bit to the mountains and going alongside the border with Slovenia. Must be some beautiful itineraries, but that would be for another day.
I hope you now understand a little bit more the land where I'm coming from, and hopefully you're intrigued to visit it. See you and goodbye.